going to have a ton of bluffs, so I definitely need to size down. When you have very little bluffs, you want to size down because you can fit in all of your bluffs with your value range comfortably without a big bet size.
I had been banding about in my mind over creating a really long form vlog for this World Series.
We have a Bundesliga professional footballer in there. I'm not going to say any more, but he plays in the Bundesliga.
The last tournament I played was the £1 million buy-in that in London. And,
it's about looking at the data and the stats.
Okay, so there's a guy who aspires to be a fighter pilot, right? But he has this one issue. His thumb is stuck pointing straight up.
Influencers are doing the exact same with the exception of exactly the vloggers. And look at what they've managed to accomplish.
Good evening, everyone. It's Sunday night, it's 10 p.m. and we're back. The APAT Show is back, Leigh, and we have a big old agenda tonight, have we not?
We do. There is poker going on, but we're not really bothered about that, to be perfectly honest. We've got about, I don't know, is it 4 weeks worth of catching up on of everything's that's been going on in the APAT world, in the poker world, in just the world in general, really. So it should be we're going to get this into about 90 minutes, I reckon, is the aim. Yeah, we'll see if we can.
We'll do well. With the agenda that I've seen, we'll do well. And Leigh, we can't do this alone.
Can we not?
No, we can't do it alone, Leigh.
Oh, right,
we need some big names, some big personalities, some people with some big achievements to help us tell the story of the last 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, we have. We couldn't start the next run of the show without getting on our latest World Amateur Poker Champion, Mr. Dan Owston, and he has been joined by the valiant England skipper and a Vegas story to tell in Paul Haycock. So welcome to you both.
How are we?
Evening, gents.
I'm just here to listen to the Survivor story.
No. I'm merely the hors d'oeuvre for the world champion that is Mr. Daniel.
Well, listen, I tell you, as hors d'oeuvres go, the Vegas Survivor story is going to be an interesting one. It certainly created quite. All of a sudden, it's a Survivor story. Definitely a Survivor story. I mean, listen, stacks were lost. That means it was a Survivor story. We're going to come back to that though, because we've got to start. We've got to start with Dan. Dan, what? 3 weeks on? I see you wearing the medal hunting T-shirt. Looks amazing. How does it feel? Has it all sunk in, lad? That you won the main event of the WCOAP?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I was over the moon to just make a final table. It's been a long-time goal of mine, and at one point in the main with a couple of tables left, I thought I wasn't going to quite get there. So, it's one of them things where, I don't know, you can't actually prepare for that, because when it actually happens, you just, I don't know, mixture of relief and joy and... I don't know. There's not many times that I'm lost for words, and just moments after walking off that final table, and you know how much support and love from the APAT community was there was fantastic. Yeah. So and it was already a cracking weekend up to that. Although looking back, well, even on the day, mind you, but looking back, it was probably the second biggest highlight of my weekend.
Here we go.
The first was supplied, none other, by my co-star here, Paul Haycock. So he's been in the news a lot lately. He's had death flashing in front of his eyes, and has lived to tell the tale, which hopefully we're going to hear later. But still, actually provided with my favourite moment of WCOAP Nottingham, should we say?
You won the main event, and that's your favourite moment.
I think there was 4 of us that were in stitches for a good hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm not even sure whether we can possibly actually repeat this moment on this show. I'm not sure whether we can. It's
maybe joint top. Joint top. Let's take the gloss off a little.
But Dan, not wishing to provide a rub here whatsoever, but genuinely, you've played APAT from early on, yeah. In
Season 2, I believe.
Yeah, and that genuinely was your first final table.
Yeah, it was. Cardiff season 2 was my first ever leg when you visited, and I finished 10th, ironically, with a 9-handed final table, and that was as close as I ever got until, what are we now, season 16?
Well, so the question I guess everybody at home will be asking, because they've seen you on this show a number of times, they've listened to you talk poker. You are amazing talking about poker, about the game. You've had such good online. How the hell has it taken 15 years for you to get a final table in an APAT event? I mean, because you do turn up and play. I mean, like
played a few.
I do, and the trouble is I only remember turning up and playing for about the last 18 months. And all I can do is put that down to the love of the APAT community, and how many of you lovely people like to buy me a beer when you see me.
I love it.
It's usually far too many than I can handle, and I've forgotten the times at Nottingham, even this weekend, that I was double, triple, and more parked.
Listen, that's the strategy. That's what everybody's been doing for the last 14 years, 15 years, Leigh. They've been buying Dan beer to get an unfair advantage on day 2 of a tournament. Listen, before we talk any more about the WCOAP, why don't we give everybody a quick reminder of what happened 3 weeks ago? Let me play this. Runs about a minute and a half. Enjoy, Dan. You feature here. There we go, guys. WCOAP 2022 elevator music and all, starring Dan Owston. Well done, Dan. Does that bring back some good memories?
Almost brought back some tears.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
I thought it was a who's who have never been swiped right on Tinder.
There was a few of us there.
And then obviously Leigh appeared, so you ruined that one.
Oh, it's fantastic. Listen, we've got a few people out there watching in. Guys, good to see you there. We've got Lewis. Lewis says, evening, gents. Evening to you, Lewis. We've got Darren Coleman there, Dan. How much are those trainers going for in the background? Right, you've got a sale there, mate.
Not for sale, mate.
Not for sale. What? Not for sale, Dan? This is your chance.
No, not for sale.
It doesn't need the money anymore, does it?
Doesn't need the money. Doesn't need the money. So, guys, listen, please share the video. We're going out via the APAT Show page tonight. So just to let people know that we're streaming. And if you've got any questions for Paul or Dan, or Leigh or myself, just, put it in the chat box there and we will bring it up on air. So where are we going to now, Leigh? Are we looking at any of the poker? Are we going to tell people what's going on, or?
Well, shall I give a quick update on what the plan is for APAT poker wise? Because obviously the daily games have been going on for the kind of the 3 or so, might have even been 4 weeks that we were doing the Worlds, and then I was over in Vegas, and so we're all back and done. And we were going to start up leaderboard ladders on the 1st of August, but we had